We're heading straight back to the auditions room where the nominees are presenting their cases with the hope that they impress.
Welcome back to Youth Elect TT.
Today I've come to you with a solution to one of the most persistent problems concerning youth in our society today, the issue of youth and crime. Most governments, both past and present, have tried to deal with the issue, but in my opinion, they have been unsuccessful thus far. To me, most governments have tried to implement sporting activities in which they pay stipends to the youths enrolled in those programs, but to me that is masking the issue, and in order for us to deal with youth and crime, we need to get to the core of the issue. My proposal to solve the issue of youth and crime is to create a national rehabilitation program in which we rehabilitate young persons who we deem vulnerable to commit criminal activity.
Your national rehabilitation program, that is for offenders. You've committed a crime. How does it?
It can apply for offenders also, but
First-time offenders.
For first-time offenders, but another part of it is like teachers who will probably like see a youth at school displaying tendencies that could lead to high-risk youth.
Right,
and,
so it's not generally that you've already committed a crime.
First-time offenders, but persons who may be deemed susceptible to committing crimes. So like youth. So like teachers and community leaders could identify these youths and recommend them to the rehabilitation program.
I stand before you asking for your support to be TNT's first youth prime minister. A youth prime minister to me is not only someone to advocate the needs and issues of the youth, but also someone to be a powerful change agent and to be a positive role model to help educate and sensitize the youth of the social programs we have in existence today.
If the profits culture of Trinidad and Tobago was changed, that people would be more comfortable in terms of how they spend and what they spend it on, and their ability to progress and to grow wealth would be increased. Do you agree with that statement?
I agree, definitely, because the standard of living is already high or rising, and with the persons with the greed trying to profit more, it would affect that, and it would create a class system.
The standard of living amongst who is rising?
All Trinidadians
Really?
and Tobagonians, yes.
Oh, I thought it. Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, with the oil prices dropping, the rates of loans and everything has increased.
But you would accept that as a candidate for youth prime minister, there would be a large segment of the population that is disadvantaged, to whom you would have to sell yourself as being able to advance their position. How would you go about doing that?
Well, if you're going to use the slant of in finance, it will be proper financial planning from young. So if we could include this into the curriculum in secondary school or even primary school to expose young persons how a mortgage works, how a loan works, and how credit ratings works, I think it will help them in the long run.
We have identified that there is dire concern to target the homes firstly. It also makes my heart bleed to see so many youth limiting themselves for progress. Our youth need to let their voice be heard. But there's no need to worry, because the HYA will be that voice.
What will Precious do specifically to make a difference to Trinidad and Tobago?
Okay, well, in serving the people, I tend not to focus on myself. I do this thing selflessly, so hence the reason why you probably didn't get a larger idea of who I am, because I'm really for the people. So I have in mind an NGO that I want to start to help youth. Definitely that will be on the one of the first ideas and steps on the get-go. As I'm elected as youth prime minister after God, I have faith, and I will work with the youth. I will get them out there. I'll take their ideas, go into the communities, even the downtrodden communities, listen to them, get to the relevant authorities, and make sure that something is done, that we know we are being heard.
Again, your answer is very generalized. Is there something specifically, is there some youth idea that is being stifled that you would bring to life in this youth NGO that you want to form?
Okay, a lot of youth has aspirations to become entrepreneurs, and I fully endorse young people being business owners. So currently the school I'm in, they really endorse young entrepreneurs. So I will get the help. I will go out there and ensure that I get some entrepreneurs on board to give us the ideas and to work along with us to foster our own businesses, to foster growth and even the GDP of the country.
I rely on my relationship with God, my acute senses, and energy to remain constantly aware of what's happening around me, in my country, and in this world. My contemplations have brought me to a point where I feel responsible for the future of this place we call home. In a rapidly changing world, I am becoming more and more concerned about what lies ahead for this, our generation, and those that follow. The advancements in technology have not been able to combat the changing of our climate, the instability of the economic systems that exist, and irresponsible use of the technologies in the hands of some.
As Prime Minister, you're going to have to represent and look after the interests of all different kinds of people, color, creed, race, age, gender, sexuality, everything.
Yes.
Would you be open-minded, or would your religion and your religious views sort of guide your policies, your decision-making?
I am an open-minded person naturally, but I have to allow my religious beliefs to give some guidance. And I think that I think that's important. I think we cannot put aside a lot of people like to bash religion and bash, and we're sort of moving away from the importance of God in society. But I think that is so crucial. The developments the developments that have happened throughout humanity, religion played a big part of it. So regardless of my religious beliefs, I still have to hold on to that and allow that to guide how I would
Thank you, Andre.
go about
So
it.
you're capable of delivering a fiery sermon.
I'm still training.
I'm sure you can.
And,
I'm sure you can.
I grew up as a very shy person, and as I now enter into religious life, I'm becoming more open to these types of experiences.
Youths are challenged by the leadership. No trust in our adult leaders, no sense of involvement. Has our historical patriotism vanished? However, this presentation isn't about the problems nor the challenges that we as youth face. However, it is about what I am currently doing to bring about change.
Expression heritage patriotism.
Yes.
You want to develop what that means?
Sure, no problem. Heritage patriotism, it's something, well, it's a thing that we all want to know. Where did I come from? Who am I? And I think all of us sitting at this panel, and myself, we all endure the past. And this heritage patriotism determines where I came from and where I intend to go. It helps with knowing your values, manifesting your thoughts. And this is what I intend to do as a solid foundation when I become the Prime Minister.
Where did you get that expression, heritage patriotism, from?
I created it.
You created it?
Yes.
Okay. And why do you think looking into our past, individual past, are important if you're to be a leader?
I think knowing where I came from to where I'm going, it's a great motto.
But why?
It's a great motto because that's who I am. That's who I am. That's my background. So if I know where I came from and where I intend to go, I'll have a foundation.
Stay tuned. The Youth Elect TT will be right back with my good friend Jason Williams. Don't forget, this is your chance to vote your favorite back into the competition.